Right, hello everyone, hope you're doing well. Apologies, very last minute start, no usual startups procedure, but it's all been a bit last minute today. But yeah, we're getting there. Okay, nice. Yeah, we're getting there. It's been a bit of a manic day and I committed to doing this stream and then lots of things have happened today. That's weird. Tectonic Shapes V2. That's looking good. That's really strange. Alright, sorry, we are just... Basically, there's a new map, and yeah, that's causing issues. We'll do a proper introduction in a minute. Very messy start for this particular stream, but I think that's going to be okay. We'll get there in the end. Test that. Yeah, so... Oh my god. Let's just try that again. Alright, there's a new map. Long story short. And there's a possibility that I don't have said map. Okay, it wasn't me going mad. That's just good to know. Phew. Right, okay, now that mini drama's out of the way, we're just waiting. We can select it. Now we know. Hi, Tommy. Sorry for delay. My end, guys. Right. Yeah, alright, that makes sense. Let's do that. Let's do that. My brain is struggling to talk and type at the same time today. Oh dear, what a manic day. What a manic day. But we are going to do ourselves a nice little set here. Welcome to the Prologue tournament. The World Series Prologue tournament, I should say. This is a round 3 match between Memphis and TumStep. And when we get a few seconds, we will go over some things. In fact, let's just have a quick check now. You won't be able to see this, but I'll go through it. So it's a round 3 match. Obviously, Memphis versus TumStep. Rules are standard. Format is what we need. Random reverse mirrors also reverse. The opening map is fixed. The player at the top spot in the bracket gets to choose the second map. Yeah, okay, that's fine. The opening map for round 3 is Tectonic Shapes V2. There is a specific round 3 map pool, which is Battle Plan, Blossoming Valley, Double Damnation, Egyptian Oasis, Tiny Tactics, Seasonal Conflict Summer Edition V1, Tectonic Shapes V2, which is what we got now, and Woodland. Okay. Right, now that we know that, let's see if we can get some games in. Let's see. Ooh, nice matchup, actually. Looks like there's a lot of money on this map. It looks like there is a lot of money. We'll get the stream chat up in just a second as well. Let's try and do that now. Let's go view channel. Hello, alright, chat. Hello, Madara and hello, hey, Madara straight in. What are these maps? It's a fair question, but that's kind of the purpose of this tournament. So, yeah, I guess not knowing the purpose doesn't help. So basically, the idea of this tournament, in fact, I'll come to that. Let's do a quick introduction. We've got Memphis in the top here on Tectonic Shapes V2. In orange as Tox. And at the bottom, we've got TumStep as the air in green. So yeah, purpose of this tournament is kind of to trial some maps that might then make the cut for the World Series. The World Series this year, and as has been the case for the past few years, has kind of followed a format where we have some traditional maps, we have a few bigger maps, smaller maps, and then we also try to put in a few new maps. And that's what this tournament is essentially foreseeing or foreshadowing, one might say. So yeah, we'll take a little look at it. We've got some supplies here, about 20k there, and what, 750 times 6, whatever that is. About 20k as well, and then another 15k there, and then more there. Okay, so there's almost like kind of like 2 or even 4 safe supplies. We've got 2 oils in the middle. In fact, no, there's 4 oils in the middle. Okay. A few more supplies here and here, here and here. So, okay, it looks like there's loads of supplies, but there's not actually as many as you might think. Interesting map for sure. I think this is the sort of map that could very much suit the GLAs. I think the USAs might have a miserable time on it, but we'll see if that ends up being the case or not. We have a dozer hiding around here, and we're going to have a tech coming through here. Whether that's a TT or a tech RPG, I'm not so sure. TumStep's going to try and intercept it. Ooh. Nice. That was good from Memphis. He actually spread out his terrorists just before firing in, because otherwise they'd kill each other. So he does get the War Factory there. Going to see a rebuild of that. War Factory Airfield is the build of choice here for TumStep. Does have a few Vs out. He's going to have to now deal with this aggression. He seems to be aware that it's coming on the right-hand side. Struggling to actually squeeze through here, though. Yeah, in comes the pressure. The Memphis, meanwhile, on 2 supplies at home. Gone for a 3rd here. This should get tidied up. And without losses. Okay, very nice. Rangers have been randomly sent out here to try and get a few random buildings. That's kind of nice. These need to be careful. More Vs are now being pumped out. Nicely done from TumStep. We do have a random worker chilling around here. And Quad's going to now move forward and try and harass these supplies. Hello, No Mercy and Piddux and Sazut. Hello to you. Yeah, this is very annoying harassment for the USA to deal with. I think that's going to go down. Yep, it does. Very nice position taken up here. The Raptors are now going to come in. And the quads go down. Very nice. Rangers still very much chilling here. Could easily intercept that worker. I'm not even entirely sure you can see that. Yeah, interesting map this. 4th supply now been expanded to. No attempt at an oil grab just yet. No, there is a 3rd supply out here though, however, for TumStep. He's going to spot that worker. That's going to go down. And Memphis now on 2 arms dealers. Okay. Ooh, that V is going to find the tunnel. And the firebench will go down here now. Supplies going to be taken out. Raptors will get out of there unscathed. Very nice. Hello, Ninja. Good continued harassment attempt here from Memphis. I like it. But the V numbers are slowly starting to build up. I think TumStep would like to get a few more. V here also being annoying. Doesn't seem to have too many units here, Memphis, actually. Unless he's hiding something. There's a couple more quads here. He actually withdrew some of these workers, so didn't lose too many. Ooh, gets the double. Will he take the dozer? He just misses it. That's unlucky. There is another dozer here anyway. Right-hand side, V is going to find the worker. And, yeah, it's Memphis just suffering here a little bit, because he's not... Well, he is... That supply is not really in action. This one is only just building back. Yeah, he's not got loads of income. Probably hasn't got enough income to be able to properly deal with the USA at this point. Doesn't even take the Raptor. Other 2 Raptors could very easily take that tunnel. I think we're going to 1-0 here. I just don't think Memphis actually expanded quickly enough, which is unusual because he's normally pretty good at that. And I do feel like this map could do the GLA a few favours here, I really do. Nice counter poke. I think this should get swept up quite easily. TumStep continuing to expand. And yeah, that gets dealt with. More supplies going down here. Yeah, just interesting. Doesn't have that much money. Memphis seems a bit broke, actually. I mean, TumStep's 2-star already. He's working his way to 3-star. Nice position. Nice play with the quads here. TumStep is going to pull them away. Yeah, the V's here are causing problems. Very nice to target that worker as well. I think if he can damage all of these enough individually, then he can just use the Raptors to finish them off. Or just do that. Very nice. Yeah. One worker's going to try and sneak off down here. I like that. Another attempt at a palace. Yeah, I just think these supplies in the corner were a bit slow to be expanded to for Memphis, really. He kind of, you know, was all fine getting this one, but why not get this one and this one first? But then it's a new map. It's easy to make these sort of mistakes. You might not even be aware of where these supplies are. That's kind of the purpose of it. Hello, Sam in chat. Oh, very sneaky on the left-hand side. I mean, TumStep must be able to see that. But then might not be able to get there in time. Could get there with the Raptors, mind. Quads are taking engagement here. Ooh, TumStep backing off. No, I was going to say, I think he just should take that fight on. Still no sign of a palace and already one supply drive. Yeah, I think this is GG. 1-0. There isn't going to be a counter poke. TumStep now spots it, so it's only going to last a matter of time. And the King Raptors will inevitably come in and sweep this up. These are going to continue wrecking forward in the meantime. I think he has to pop here. I don't think he can really afford to lose this tunnel. He opts not to. Meanwhile, he is losing these here. And yeah, in come the King Raptors then. Yeah, that's... In fact, the V didn't even go down. He's going to try and fight this, but these Vs are nicely vetted now. CC being re-established. TumStep's 4-star is quite slow to the CC, actually. Considering he has... actually... Oh, so it's those who did get picked off here. Oh, no, it isn't. It's over here. Yeah, strange. But yeah, I think we're seconds away now from a GG. King Raptors floating around looking menacing. It's kind of a nice map, this. I'm not entirely convinced it will make the cut for the World Series. But it is kind of cool, kind of nice. Really nice from TumStep here to try and get the veterancy on that V. Yeah, very cool. I like that. It literally needed a touch. And quads here going down as well. I mean, Memphis isn't even 3-star. He's just losing so many things. So yeah, this is going to go 1-0 TumStep for sure. Be interesting to see how TumStep plays it actually as the Tox. So I think the GLAs are favoured here. Spectre now coming in. Still no sign of S&D. In fact, he is just constructing it now. And the single A10 is going to come in as well. Probably just on the barracks. Worker just about survives. Tunnel on the right-hand side getting picked. And oil's now coming in here as well. We'll get at least 2. Maybe even 3. I mean, these buildings are a bit weird. Like, they're obviously impassable, but you can't garrison them either. So they seem just a bit pointless to me. I'd probably be removing them. Yeah, Raptors just having a field day now. Production completely cut. Yeah. And Memphis is probably got to be seconds away from the GG here. Pilot survives. Okay. I don't think it really matters. Right-hand side being denied. S&D now in play. The only thing that's surprising me here is there's actually 3 war factories in play. The only thing surprising me here is that Memphis hasn't GG'd yet. The game's clearly over. Very clearly over. More Vs on the right. More expansion here. S&D obviously is coming, which means he's just got the intelligence, so he can see what he's got. So he knows the game's over. Yeah, I think... yeah, there you go. There's the GG. And well played to TumStep. He takes game number 1. Nicely done. Let's update the scoreboard. Well played, TumStep. I do think the GLA's favoured here. I really do. I know that the Tox is generally weaker against air, but I just think there's so many areas to expand to. I think it's very difficult for an Air Force to keep up. Yeah, let's see what Memphis can do as the air. Okay. We go into game number 2 then. Let's see the reverse. I'll tell you what, it is 10 billion degrees today. I'm at home, obviously, and it's warm. Really need some aircon. Top side, we've got TumStep this time playing in green as the Tox. And in the south, we've got Memphis in the orange playing as Air Force. Okay. Already a slight mix-up here, going left-hand side rather than right. It doesn't really make much difference. Just so long as you make sure that you get these well positioned. So that's one thing that TumStep did well. He got this one here and made sure that they were closest to here and not here. Something that I think could catch people out if they played this map. Yeah, the garrison situation's a bit weird. None of these, all these buildings are just hit for like aesthetics. Oh, it's going to be a Comanche build. Alright, that actually could be pretty powerful. Especially because you can't garrison these buildings. There is going to be... Is there... It's a triple dozer. Interesting. Alright. Interesting. Variation here. I'm not sure I'd go for it myself. Alright, that one gets crushed. There is one over here. Yeah, that is true. The commies would wreck. That is a fair point. And that is kind of... Yeah, it's a fair point. Nice from TumStep to make sure he's got his tunnel nice and close to his arm stealer and his supplies. Very important. I think this dozer should get the crush. Yep. Trouble is, what do you do with this dozer? Its purpose was really only to crush units, and that was it. It seemed, yeah, I don't know. Kind of delaying the inevitable. Comanche's now in play. TumStep will know that. Is this going to be a tech RPG? Very nice. From that was actually just empty. Yeah, very nice from Memphis though. He thought there was some RPGs in there, so had it to deflect. Needs to get that working again, and now does. Ooh. Gets away with it. Oh, it doesn't get away with it. Unlucky. So the trouble for Memphis here now is that none of his Comanches have caused any sort of harassment. There are already quite a few out though. It's very there is that slight risk against the Tox. You have to take it because these RPGs are much more lethal. Yeah, he's got all of them working here for now, so the economy could be better. He's probably got them all working on separate crates at least, so that's something. How many are in there, though? That's the thing. Needs to be careful. Does save them. Okay. And now Memphis needs to be very careful. Doesn't want to be giving XP away, and I have a feeling that's exactly what he's going to do. Yeah, he is. You can't. And he's going to make sure the quads get the XP as well. Yeah, that's a big mistake. Very, very big mistake. Ah, dead. Rip. That's over. GG. That is over. No surviving that. These two Comanches will get shredded as well. Ooh, it's going to be close, actually. think it will still... It's going to be close. Yeah. Oh, wow. The Ranger actually did it. It doesn't matter. It's over. GG. Well played, TumStep. Knew what was coming and dealt with it very well. Very well played to him. He goes 2-0 up. Showing why he's a master. I think Memphis just made a couple of minor errors there. Right, let me just check what the deal is now then. So the format says air versus any USA is vetoed. That's can be vetoed by the players. The opening map is fixed. See below. Blah blah blah. The player at the top spot gets to choose. Yeah, it's Memphis's map choice now. Hello, Xcal in chat. Seasonal conflict. Okay. Sticking with the new maps then, very nice. Think it's that one. Yeah, pretty sure it is. Just double check that that is the case. Summer V1, yeah it is. Okay. Right, so we're doing in and out now. I actually could do it getting some water, I'll do that in a second. And putting my phone on charge. Inf nuke, ugh. Okay. Well, obviously the infantry is favoured, but how favoured is it? I have a feeling, judging by what I can see on this map, that it's going to be extremely favoured. I'll be back in a second, guys. Right, we are back. Make sure both players are ready. Get a yes from TumStep, and then we are good to go. Can never be too sure. There we go. Right, let's have a little look. Int versus Nuke. And we start with Memphis. We have got, what the... Oh, there's like some weird... Oh, interesting. Alright, so we've got Memphis here then playing as the Nuke in orange. And top left we have TumStep in green playing as infantry. Don't know what these tunnels are all about. Kind of weird. Anyway, quite a bit of supplies here, very safe oil here. Although vulnerable to eliks. There are some middle supplies, some random mines and a crater. Okay. It's kind of nice, this map. It does look, you know, visually, aesthetically very pleasing. A tunnel that you can't select. A V you can't select. Tunnel that's just popping around. Alright, there's more middle supplies, obviously, with these. Okay, interesting. Damaged oil. Just the one in the middle by the looks of it. And there is an oil up here and that. Alright. Yeah, let's see how this plays. I think these tunnels are just here for show. I'm pretty sure they're not just usable. We're going to see a oil grab attempt here from Memphis. So it's going to be a licks coming out of TumStep. Yeah, okay. I mean, it's quite a big map. That does give a little bit more time to the Nuke to be able to defend the push. And if you can get to the late game, then it gets a little bit better for you. But it's not going to be easy. Not going to be easy at all. The expansion's going to be interesting. if it gets to that stage. I think I'll be very interested to see how TumStep plays as the nuke, actually. I don't mind this opening build order, though, from Memphis. If he gets this oil in, he'll probably lose it straight away, but if he at least gets the initial 1,000 from it, that will be very helpful for him. Yeah, I mean, look at that bunker there. It's so... I don't know, it's not really doing anything. He's actually going to go for his own counter licks. Okay. So he's probably expecting his opponent to be going for 2 war factories, and he's going to be pretty disappointed when a massive heaving licks comes into his base and wrecks him in 30 seconds, I'm afraid. It's a build order loss, because there's no way that's building anything in time. Yeah, it's just the wrong thing. One dozer down. In fact, both dozers down. That's the hunt. That is going to be his only war factory as well. We'll get out in time. But I don't think it really matters. TumStep's not even going to engage it. In fact, he nearly takes that second licks out. He can just drop off here. And that's exactly what he's going to do. Yeah, this is all production's gone. So there's nothing. Ooh, trucks. Nearly. Yeah, he could just go back in now. That is job done. Licks is going to cause some damage, but it's irrelevant. It's not going to do enough. It's not going to win him the game. He'll lose his base before, long before that. Nice expansion up here, actually, from TumStep. Very, very nice. Redgar's going to maybe shoot some bullets up. Yeah, he knows it's GG. It's 3-0. And, yeah, tough. Bit rough. Very, very rough that for Memphis when he prepares one way and then completely forgets about the huge helicopter that can just come in and wreck your base. Which is surprising considering he built a big fat helicopter himself. But what do I know? Yeah, let's see how TumStep plays the nuke then. I think you kind of have to open with a war factory. You got to cover yourself. It is hard. It is very hard for the nuke. Hello, Soon in the chat, by the way, and hello, Brian Kindly. I did have a thumbnail, by the way, Brian, but because I uploaded this so quickly, YouTube doesn't always. Oh, there's a frenzy from Memphis. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't always register the thumbnail in time. So yeah, that's probably what's happened there. It's just because I've done this very last minute. So apologies for that. All right, so Memphis. I'm worried that he's gonna just copycat, and I'm not convinced that's the best thing to do here. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what he's gonna do because he's built a barracks. I mean, I'm sure that TumStep will expect it. So we'll open with a war factory as a result. Actually, yeah, what we're going to see here. Oh no, it is a war factory. All right, he isn't going to copycat, which I like. The SWG map. I'm not entirely sure how it's like the SWG map when the SWG map has water. So that seems a little bit off. I know that Dommy has a thing about dark green, and I do kind of get it. You just can't see the units as well, but then it's tricky because if you want nice visually appealing maps, are you really going to just be restricted to? Yeah, this is nice. Nice from Memphis. Are you going to just be restricted to, you know, sand and snow? Maybe there is an acceptance that that's how it is. I don't know. First outpost is now going to come in. He's actually going for an oil cap himself. Don't think he'll quite get that one in time. He's just going for this one now. TumStep's going for one himself. Yeah, there's no way he's getting that in time. Especially with the barrels. Ooh. Oh, nearly. Yeah, look at this terrain, man. What is that? That is interesting. You can go underneath that, apparently. I don't know if that's deliberate or not. I'm not sure how much of a fan I am of it. We have a flamer here from TumStep, which is going to... it's not actually going to take the oil. It's going to take the barrels, which I like. Not entirely convinced that has anything in it. So they could be flamed down in time. He'll take that oil in the meantime. TumStep doing fairly nicely at the start of this. Got penned himself in quite nicely while he gets to the prop. Sloppy from the flamer. Stepped onto the mines and went down. So yeah, Memphis is going to secure this area. It is going to give this oil away initially though. Memphis just trying to find a way to do something. I'm not entirely sure what that red guard's going for. There's no tech building there. Just going on a bit of an adventure. Hello, RVB. And Detox, hello to you. Yeah, that's a bit random, that. We have an outpost going down on the right. Very nice from TumStep. This expansion might be a little bit ambitious. I think it would have been alright if he didn't just kamikaze his own... yeah. Didn't kamikaze his own outpost, then it would have been okay. I think this will go down though. Incoming supplies. Ugh. Where? He actually loses that dozer. Where are these incoming supplies? Oh, here. Oh, that's what this red guard's doing. Right. They come in the form of a supply pile, not in the form of of money crate, which I think is what TumStep expected. Ooh. If he can take the gap. Oh, there's a nuke. That is a very quick nuke and a very quick nuke mix. Wow. Okay. This is going to go down. And Memphis is in trouble now. Nuke Mig initially comes in. That could just stay hovering in the air while it reloads to Nuke Mix. Nice unload there from Memphis. Actually, this should cause some problems. Nuke Mig upgrade should only be about 10 to 15 seconds away now. I think it takes about 40 to 45 seconds to upgrade. Very nice split fires coming in there as well. Memphis just needs to pile on in at this point. No time to dilly-dally here. It's just the one war factory is what's going to slow TumStep down here. But he is going to get a lot of help from these Nuke Migs as soon as the upgrade comes in. You're most welcome, Brian. Nuke Mig upgrade not in just yet. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, still, there's a lot of work to be done here. TumStep's giving this a good go, but this flood of orange units is going to cause him some problems. 3 war factory production. Very nice from Memphis. And I just think... Is TumStep going to be able to do it? Yeah, so there's this timer here, and then the supplies get dropped off bottom left. Okay. So flamers get dealt with, but I just can't see how he's going to manage to deal with the influx of units. Can he get a TNT on it? No, he cannot. Does it matter? I don't think it does. There's so many coming through. There's even a Lotus, actually. The Lotus is very nice. Nice men flying into the air. Hello. Goodbye. Yeah. Nuke Migs are putting some nice work in here, I have to say. Very audacious there from Memphis. Will that get responded to? It looks like it will. Yep. Even only uses the 1 missile for it. Very nice micro from TumStep there. Lotus, however, could be the GG right there. Ooh, it's going to flame his own. Oh my god. Nearly flamed his own Lotus. New Migs are they're starting to get some work done. I think just needs to get a bit of... Well, it's just kind of into the meat grinder right now. TumStep's dealing with it. The one thing that's not good is that he is very, very close. Very, very close to 3 star. If he loses this airfield to the Lotus, that's really over. Ooh. Is it capturing? Not yet. It's waiting for the right moment. Which apparently is right now. No, he's going to withdraw that. I think he heard it. I think he knows there's one there. Maybe he doesn't actually. Oh, hello. All the MiGs are there. This is a good time to capture. That's going to hurt a lot. That is going to hurt a lot. Yeah. And there's surely no way he can now defend himself. There's 3-star as well for both players. So the carpet's going to come in soon for Memphis. I think he's done it. He's going to get a score on the board. It's very, very difficult here. Nothing there. Yeah, Lotus does finally go, but Court, War Factory, yeah. Support power's coming in. Nuke is alive for now. Yeah, how long can you survive this? Carpet, artillery, counter artillery coming in from TumStep and counter carpet. Oh, there's a lot of things dying. I think he did save that airfield though. I think he cancelled it in time. Needs to get power back ASAP. Yeah, probably too much work now for him to do. Nice deny of the expansion here from TumStep. Small mistake coming in from Memphis, not getting subliminal messaging. And also a bit of a micro error here as well. Alright, power now back online. Yeah, really, really difficult. How many of these repaired thingies does he have? Bit of damage taken in his base. He has to rebuild the prop. He has at least one tech repair bay. Don't know where it is though. Here. He does have that. Very nice. Does make quite a big difference actually. Can you imagine if he also had subliminal messaging? Yeah, this is a scary blob now. I think if that flame will get started. Yeah, that hurts. This is all he needed really. I think Memphis is seconds away here. Airfield is back, though. Very, very nice. But is he going to lose the nuke? Yeah. And the supplies. Yeah. And there's just only so much you can do. The flood's continuing. There's actually even further forward War Factory now. Memphis is actually floating quite a bit. TumStep gave it a really good go, to be fair to him, but it's going to be too difficult. Really is. He did try. He tried and he toiled. But yeah, I think Memphis knows he's got this one now. Still persisting though. TumStep. I think it might be in vain with the amount of orange on the map. Still low power as well. Yeah. I think he's forgotten about that scaffold, you know. More and more comes in. And TumStep's money is going to dry out sooner at some point. These two, not too much left. Carpet is going to come in. That is going to really hurt. That's GG. Yeah, neat. That is definitely GG. A full airfield and the carpet wipes it out. It hurts. Very nice here from Memphis, I have to say. Building more and more and more. He knows he's got this one. Carpet's going to come in. We'll take a flamer. That's all it's going to take. you gotta hand it to TumStep. He's really giving it a go. I think Memphis is going to start floating more and more because he knows that the game. So he's actually kept this oil up here. It's a slight oversight from Memphis to allow TumStep to keep that, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, GG. Nice try, but yeah, very, very tough there.
You have been
very, very
defeated.
tough for the nuke. Yeah, that goes 3-1. All right, TumStep's map next. Oof, it is the temperature of the sun. It's very, very hot. Ooh, yeah, interesting map, for sure. Very interesting. Seasonal conflict summer. Yeah, let's see. Let's see. I wonder if TumStep's actually going to look at that. I have a feeling that's what he's gone to go do now. Sam says, give me my pretty colours, even though he's colourblind. Fair. So that's why you make those big mistakes. That all makes sense now. I think it is important. Like, you've got a game, though, that's got to be as accessible as possible, right? Although I guess it's not exactly a problem that's unique to 0 Hour. Although presumably some other games have like colorblind friendly like mods and stuff, whereas 0 Hour obviously doesn't have that. Right, yeah, just waiting on TumStep here. Yeah, that's the easiest thing to do, see stream. Yeah, there's some crates that drop off in the bottom left corner after a period of time. Woodland, okay. We're sticking to the new maps theme, very nice. I don't think this is a new one. That's strange. That is very strange. Huh. Yeah, let's just do that. It worked last time, so let's just see if that helps. Very odd. TumStep's hosted, to be fair. Maybe the same things happened to me and I didn't do it properly. So let's check. Let me check my maps folder quickly. Maybe I'm a noob. No, this is definitely. What the hell? That's weird. That is very odd. Woodland. Yeah, I've definitely got it. And it's definitely in folder form. Very mysterious. Very odd. Not sure what's going on there. Could be that weird bug that you get sometimes where you think you haven't got it, but you very clearly have. Yeah. Alright, let's try and join again. I don't think we can transfer this either, you know. Maybe maybe there's been a new one since I last played it. So just give us a second. Let's see what the latest one is. Let me just archive this one. Just arc. Woodland. Let me just get rid of you first. Archive that. Right, and then let's go, because yeah, possibly it's been updated since I last got this maps. It just wasn't recently made a thing. So let me find maps. Where are you? The latest Woodland. I mean, if it doesn't seem to be the case. I think Woodland's been around for a little bit. That's very weird. Alright, let's just download this again anyway. Very, very, very confusing. 0 Hour can be an annoying game sometimes, it really can be. Let's go 7-zip. Downloaded it now. Woodland. Drag that to the place I need to. Take it to there, there, there. Okay. Right, let's try and load the game again. See if that was successful. Did you delete the one from the original map pack? Oh, that one was scuffled. Oh, yeah, see, that's what I've just gone and done now. But the Woodland itself only comes from the map pack. Yeah, alright, all good. All sorted. I had an old version of Woodland, apparently. So yeah, let's see what we get. USA China, alright. I think that should be quite a good match, actually, on this map. I think that should be quite nice. Obviously, we're at 3-1 right now. All looking good. Let's accept. Alright. There comes Sam again. Oh, it's a good. Do you know what, Sam? I should have probably got you in for this one, but today would have been really, really bad. I've been all over the place, mate. To be honest with you, I'll message you later. We have got Memphis here in the orange, playing as Vanilla USA. In the bottom right of Woodland, and then the top left of Woodland, it's the Vanilla China. You can't really see because it's already been sold. Here for TumStep in green. It's funny. So yeah, quite a lot. I'd say one thing about this map, actually. It's interesting that TumStep's gone all the way down here for a second supply when this one's quite a bit closer. But maybe he's just where his dozer spawned. Maybe because he knows the drone's here and wants to try and hide some of this stuff. I think that airfield's going to get spotted, though. Memphis, meanwhile, is going to just go for the standard 2 supplies War Factory barracks build. There are quite a lot of supplies dotted around the map. It's kind of, I do kind of like this map. Oil in the corner. Is there any other oils? Yeah, one there and one here as well. It's very difficult to play, I think. It's where it's very open. So your awareness has to be, you know, tip-top. Otherwise you're going to struggle. Okay. So those are out here. Just going to build up the V numbers. Meanwhile, TumStep with his War Factory airfield build. 3rd supply now coming in as well. That will get detected. Drone will also get spotted. And that will go down. The real question is, did the Licks get spotted? I don't think it necessarily would have been. But I think Memphis has to at least expect that. First V can't really decide where to go, but it is going to now intercept this gap. Would like to see something get dropped off in this guy, maybe. Especially with the outpost coming. I know he's going to try and force fire it. I guess it doesn't have that much armor, so it doesn't really matter. Dozer's going to go on a cheeky wander. Memphis just slowly building up his V numbers. Does already have another 2 here. Going to drop off one guy to go in this building. Toe is already out. And he is going to get in there. Yeah, nice. That's important that he got in that building, actually. Very important indeed. Ooh, slight range bug. But sometimes it can't be helped. Mick now coming in as well. That is going to take... Ooh, does he get the licks? Doesn't even get the licks. Yeah, this is a nice sweep up. Ah, now the Black Napalm comes in. Yeah, very nice feature in the game, or bug feature. I think it's a feature whereby when the upgrade comes in, you get a one-time air reload. I think that's kind of nice. TumStep's just slowly expanding himself out. He's on the 3 supplies. Has some stuff around here just to deny anything coming through. Memphis now with a few more Vs. I just wonder if this build was the right build from him. Especially with all these MiGs now out. Going to try and pick off a dozer, and I think he will succeed there. Interesting that the MiGs are opting to run away. He might get hunted. I think he will get hunted, actually. Will he? No, not yet. He's trying to. I think he's going to get it. No, he still hasn't got it. Oh my word. Don't tell me TumStep's going to keep that alive. He is as well. He actually isn't going to get hunted here. Needs to get that repaired ASAP. Very big moment, actually. If he gets hunted, it's a slightly different game for sure. But he has got kind of everything he needs, but on a map where you can expand quite a bit, it'd be tricky. This supply is going to come under some harassment now. Memphis should be getting an alert, however. These here are getting chased away. Better micro there, but the Licks is going to come in. The MiGs are going to come in. This is all just going to get wrecked. Yeah. All get swept up. Yeah, I'm not sure about the approach here. I think the best approach for Memphis would have been just Tovey spam. I think that's better. Not really a lot of the China can do in a big open map like this. This terrain, by the way. Yeah. I'm unconvinced. Free supplies are at least out for Memphis here. MiGs are going to come in. Probably a second airfield fairly soon, or at least the CC back. We'll get the MiGs away without harm. Could very easily get hunted, actually, by the MiGs as well. That's something that I'm sure TumStep's thinking about. Yeah, it's looking pretty rough. Memphis needs to take 2 of these and put them back here as well. Gats are going to come in. No chain guns just yet. Could potentially be getting researched. Ooh, in comes the Licks. Very good combo here. And does lose... he loses everything, actually, I think. Pretty much, yeah. Under the cosh, for sure. He lost a couple of Gats here, Chinooks here as well. I'm going to try and get some capture building in. Doesn't actually have the upgrade, though. Yeah, rough. There's the second war factory that we needed a long, long time ago. A Battlemaster. I don't think he meant to build that. I have a feeling that was an error. But you never know. Clutch Battlemaster. Could do something. I think I wouldn't mind seeing chain guns at this point. There are a lot of Gats on the field. Fire base is going to go down. And that is going to pave the way for these Gats to come in. It's actually a 2-pronged attack. Oh, that bunker's putting some good work in. But yeah, it does go down. Dozer goes down here. And there's one left here. Probably needs to cancel that and rebuild it over here. But I don't know if it matters. I think it's going to be very tough. Ranger is here. Capture building is in, but very much focused on the defense right now. Yeah, I just think it was the wrong build. I think a Tovey spam's really powerful here. This barrack should slowly go down. Might just... Yeah, it does get the Gat. Okay. TumStep is on the verge of 3-star. Good movement with the Avengers, actually. Does just keep that alive. But yeah, 3-star now is in play. That's a bit wasteful from TumStep. That's also going to be wasteful. Really wants to get that Avenger, but he's not going to get it. Memphis just hanging on in there. Does get the oil here. Keeps it alive. TumStep is broke, but he has got 3-star in play. He sent his Battlemaster off somewhere over here. Okay. And I think... Yeah, impressive, because he's not even got a prop. He's just done this all off tier 1 units, which is quite good going. Ooh, that carpet might... Oh, it does. And that is the hunt. That is the hunt. And that's going to be a big strike. Yeah. Yeah, this is over, I'm afraid. With the gem promos, it's just a matter of time. And actually, Memphis is pretty broke here. Hasn't even got that much money. is going to lose this oil as well. TumStep not feeling very charitable here. Yeah, I thought that actually Piddix wasn't separating on the main. I think I saw that. I was meant to comment on that and then forgot. It's pretty sloppy. At this stage of the game, it's more reasonable, but right at the beginning, it's kind of an absolute must. Yeah, Memphis is going to hang on in there, but look at the amount of stuff TumStep's got, man. Expanded here. This is already... It could be sold, actually. MiGs are circling. They smell blood. Yeah. That's a very big hit. These Vs. A bit too close for comfort, maybe. So yeah, big hit. 2 Avengers go down. Memphis is going to sneak this oil in, but it just doesn't matter. He can't even get... That Battlemaster actually did just do something then as well. It's quite funny. Yeah. Random V, expecting that to go down. Very audacious attempt to capture a building that doesn't mean anything. I think that V is just a matter of time now. MiG's looking to take the war factory. Yeah, why not? And that's all the production now. Yeah, very nice. That is all of the production for Memphis. He can no longer do anything with any money he gets. I think I'd have quit quite a long time ago. I think there is an art in 0 hour in knowing when you've lost, and Memphis lost this game at least 5 minutes ago. Well, maybe not 5 minutes ago, but you know, 3 or 4 minutes ago at least. Yeah. Like, these are all the units he's got now, and they're just going to get picked off. Slowly but surely. Yeah, GG. There it is. Literally going down to the last unit there. That's 4-1 for TumStep. I think it'd be interesting to see what build he goes for. I am quite confident that he'll go for the reverse build here. Or at least go for the Toby spam build, which is kind of what I think is going to work. But let's see what he goes for. Alright. Certainly, the China has a better time on this map compared to like your old school maps, like your TDs. Bit of water. Okay, so we start with Memphis this time, then playing in the orange as V China. And at the bottom, we've got TumStep in green as Vanilla USA. What is he going to go for? Is he going to just build this supply right back here? That's kind of nice. Alright. I wonder what he'll actually... Is he going to keep... No, he's not. Okay. There is a barracks that's going to do some rally point scouting. Not entirely sure why. Is it going to be a second war factory is the big question. Or maybe, well, certainly not yet, but I just think that's what he's going to go for. It might even go, yeah, 3 supply. You could. I honestly reckon you could get away with supply, right from the bat on this map, because I'm not convinced the Chinas will necessarily start off aggressively. Yeah, there it was. That's the idea. Does actually temporarily cancel it. Does he want to get the 3rd supply first? I think you do. I think you do. Yeah. No. Okay. He's not. He's going to build 2nd war factory first. All right. I think if you know that your opponent's going to not immediately rush your base and he's looking to initially defend, then I think you can get away with getting this supply in before, you know. I guess it's not the biggest supply, so maybe... Yeah, maybe not. Like, it's only going to keep you going for, you know, 5 minutes or so, isn't it? Yeah, there is a GAT on the left-hand side. The Helix is also going to come in. That'll be getting the Gatlix upgrade. And the Tovies are going to start coming out. They're going to the top right straight away, actually. Okay. Memphis seems to know that they're there, oddly. And he also seems to have an idea But yeah, you can see these Toby numbers are starting to come out. So this Licks isn't really going to achieve too much. It does take a few... what's that? 3 Vs. Alright. That's actually quite a few. These Tobys are now going to have to come back. Having said that, though, is he just going to... Yeah, sweep this up? He probably will. Shouldn't lose that one. Yeah, it doesn't lose that one. Okay. Should repair that. Yeah, more Tobys now coming out. Memphis should know what the plan is. Hello, Ali JM. Yes, you're absolutely right. He is a very good player. But he is up against the Master. So it's very, very difficult. Always going to be tricky. There's a Galix on the right-hand side. Not sure, again, what it'll really achieve. I think Galix is just have to go... As soon as you know your opponent's Toby spamming, you've got to adapt. And I'm not entirely convinced Memphis has done that. This is nice. Going to try and go for a 2-pronged attack, which I like. But he is losing his War Factory. And he might not. I think he's trying to build Black Napalm, but he's not going to get it in time. That is really, really painful. Really painful. Galix putting some nice work in, but the Tobys will come out quickly enough. Yeah, there's more now. That'll go down. Yeah, alright. That's GG. Memphis isn't going to be able to get this out in time. And these Vs are only going to get more and more vetted. Definitely the right builds. The MiG's there circling. I'm not entirely sure why the MiG isn't at least being used. You might as well try and get some damage on. I don't think it really matters. This is over. Yeah. GG. And it was the build I expected.
You have been defeated.
And I'm not entirely surprised that it worked. So that leaves TumStep on 5-1. That is match point for him. And it's going to be his map. Or is it Memphis' map now? We had 2-2-2. Oh, it's back to Memphis now. I think so anyway. I already can't remember. Yeah, he has to win a couple on the bounce now. It's going to be very difficult. But let's see what he can do. Alright, Tiny Tactics. The rank version, of course. Because that very much exists. Very nice map. Very nice map indeed. Probably one of my favourites these days, actually, I have to admit. It's just got the right balance for me of being... It's quite a big map, but it's like, it doesn't feel crazy big. We've got a USA versus Laser, okay. I think, I'm not sure how Memphis... I think Memphis doesn't mind this matchup, actually. Let's find out. But then TumStep really likes this matchup as well. It's going to be tough. Hello, Ilham Gamer. Alright. Could potentially be the last match. Let's see what happens. Right, so we start on the right-hand side then with TumStep. He's playing in green as USA Laser General. And on the left-hand side, we've got Memphis in orange as Vanilla USA. $2,500 crate. Makes the build order options very... well, variable. Getting that extra $2,500. You can justify leaving your CC. Don't have to sell that. Looks like it's going to be double barracks from Memphis. There's actually a CC sell from TumStep. Interesting. Alright. Let's see where he goes with it. I think you don't need to sell it here. But yeah, let's see what TumStep goes for. Maybe he wants to go... I think that Dozer will go down here. He wants to try and go for some oils, but then so does Memphis. A bit of aggression, but he's actually going to sell his own CC as well. Okay. I think that was a copy, you know. And also he went for 2 barracks, whereas TumStep's only gone for 1. Alright. We'll currently researching capture building. That will come in very soon. Who's going to get it first? Probably not a lot in it. TumStep or... Well, they both got it basically the same time, I think. Both on a war factory and both with V or 2. Starting to load up the Tovies now. Both should get their oil in. I think one way to win this, given that both players have sold, is just to hunt your opponent. And I think if Memphis had kept his CC and just tried to hunt TumStep, I mean, admittedly, you might get overrun in that time, but if you can avoid getting overrun, then you're going to just win because you're going to just be able to expand and your opponent isn't. So, yeah, food for thought. He's going to come forward, but that's going to not have no drone on it, but he still had enough vision to see the firebase and the bunker. Okay. We have a random Chinook going over here. Not entirely sure why or what it's got in it, but it's going to be try and be sneaky. It has actually got a couple of these in. Alright, that's kind of nice. D goes down and D goes down. Okay, nice clear up. There is another now coming in. Instant reaction from TumStep with the laser lock, but it is going to get in. This is also nice though. Really, really nice. One dozer is going to go down. Other dozer is here and vulnerable. Memphis doing nice damage himself. And one dozer safe over here. The other one should get picked off. Firebase. He just lapsed in paying attention there. I think he was paying attention over here. It's kind of getting a bit wrecked. Needs to get some laser locks in play now. Yeah, does. Ooh. Yeah, nice damage. Very nice damage. Will eventually get swept up, but all of this is just going to buy time for TumStep, who is going to go for the S&D now. Kind of nice. Nice move to send that Chinook all the way around over here and down. I think that was good. Would have been cooler if he got this other dozer. Oh, nearly loses that V as well. Yeah, there's a lot of green building on the map here. There is a lot of green. I think TumStep certainly does have a lead here. No doubting it. There is another drop coming in. He wants the dozer, I think. He's going to get some laser locks as well. Very nice from TumStep. Really is. Gets himself another Chinook. Loads of backup. And he's just going to walk away with them, yeah. Good move. Because he knows that if he evacs, the Rangers will sweep up. There are more Vs on the left hand, on the bottom left as well. Okay. That is a barracks. I think he smells blood on the left hand side, actually. Yeah. Could be a risk of losing these, but nope, he's paying attention. I mean, how he's able to micro here and here at the same time is quite impressive. There is actually a counter-attack, but very little left. I think the Vs should be able to sweep this up. Yeah. There's going to be a push up here. There's going to be a push down here. And we are seeing Memphis' time in the Prologue tournament at an end. Still doing nice damage here. Didn't actually get the Tovi upgrade. Yeah, GG's. GG's well played. GG's well played. Nicely done from TumStep. Certainly coming out on that. Basically a mirror in that game. Very nicely done from him. GG's well played. That was a good set. They're not there anyway. Yeah, that was a good set. I enjoyed that. I am probably going to leave it there though, because I've got to have dinner. I've actually got my own Semi-World Series set tonight, which I might end up recording. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Let me just update the scoreboard one last time, actually. There we go. But yes, GG's well played, and I'll stream fairly soon. I'll probably try and record my my game against Anthrax again, or if someone happens to be around to stream it, they're more than welcome to. But yeah, GG's well played, and see you all very soon.